Assalamu alaikum students. Today the topic is articles, in which we're going to read about a, an, and the. Objectives of this lesson is recall the articles in English language, differentiate between definite and indefinite articles, list down the rules of using articles, examine the examples of articles, and fill in the blanks with appropriate articles. Resources I'm going to use is images and YouTube videos. Now, let's recall the articles first. Articles are usually consist of three words, that is a, an, and the. So these are the three articles in which a and an would be considered as indefinite articles, while the is considered as definite articles. Now, what is the difference between indefinite articles and definite articles? Let's see. Definite articles versus indefinite articles. Definite articles are used to indicate something specific. Here, we are talking about, this side is all about the, and indefinite articles means are and an. So definite articles is used when we're going to indicate a specific thing, while indefinite articles are used to indicate something non-specific. It can be used after introducing the noun or the noun phrase. It can be used to introduce a noun or noun phrase. Definite articles can be used with singular and plural nouns, while indefinite articles can be used only with singular nouns. Definite articles used to discuss something that is already known by the reader or the listener, while indefinite articles can be used to discuss something that is already known by the reader or listener. Definite articles used with countable and uncountable nouns, while indefinite articles can only be used with the uncountable nouns. Now, indefinite articles, condition 1. When we don't have a particular person, place, or thing in mind, we use non-specific nouns. Use the indefinite articles like a and an with non-specific singular count nouns. For example, I would love to hold a baby lion. Now, any baby lion, no particular lion in mind. So it could be anything. Or the second condition is, a noun is often indefinite the first time a speaker mentions it. It usually becomes definite after the first mention. For example, we went on a safari last year. So here, when you use it for the first time, it was indefinite. But when you're going to use it at the second time in the same reference, then you have to use the, like the safari was very educational. Now, let's come to the definite article. Let's see the first condition. A noun is definite when we know the particular person, place, or thing being talked about. Use the definite articles the with the non-count nouns and singular and plural nouns that are definite. For example, the vultures have found something to eat. Yeah, I see them. Let's get closer and take a picture. So here we're talking about a particular vulture. Or second condition is, use the definite article with nouns that describe something unique. For instance, Nanyuke, Kenya is located on the equator. Now here the equator is a specific thing, so there is only one equator. So the equator. Or the condition third is, an adjective can often make a noun present something unique. For example of such adjectives are right, wrong, first, only, and the comparative and the superlative degree. So here you can use them in the start of a comparative and the superlative degree. Like, this is the tallest giraffe I have seen, the first giraffe I have seen eating. Now let's see, using a, an, and the. A is used in front of singular countable nouns like a person, animals, or thing, which are not specific, while an is used in front of a singular countable noun, which is not specific. But we use the in front of the noun. It does not matter whether the nouns are singular, plural, countable, or uncountable to describe someone or something specific or unique. Now, we got an idea that and the are the articles. And now we know that the is a definite article and and an is an indefinite article. But what is the difference between the using of and an? Well, is the one that comes in front of the words which have consonant sounds like B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, etc. Well, an always comes in front of the nouns which have a vowel sounds like E, I, O, U, like an apple, an aunt, an old man, an uncle. Well, in the case of we will have a cat, a bird, a child, a doctor. Well, as we have discussed, it comes with the unique and specific things. The way that would be the world, the air, the weather. So the indefinite articles are is used with the next words begins with the consonants as I have discussed. So we are now going to say and book, and table, and clock. That would be wrong. We're going to say a book, a table, a clock. Well, and always comes in front before the word sounds. That would be a apple, an elephant, an umbrella. We're not going to say a apple, a elephant, or a umbrella. Well, definite articles come with the unique things like the sun, the moon, the internet, or sometimes when you talk second time about the noun, like a shirt, the shirt is red. Or we're talking about the directions, the west, the east, the north, and the south. Now let's come to the examples. Indefinite articles. Let's see the examples over here. Look, there's a cat under my car. I'm going to a party tonight. Would you like a biscuit? Let's come to another example. A zebra came right up to me. He stayed within a nice lodge. Now, when you don't need to put a article, we used to leave the space. Okay. That kind of a word is usually found in, now you're not going to put an article or an, it could be the. Have you ever seen an elephant up close? Now you don't need to put a here as if it's a vowel sound, you're going to put an. This is a great vacation. You're not going to put an here, you're going to put a because G is sounding like g, will be a consonant sound. I would like to be a game warden. Now here, again, you're not going to put an, you're going to put a. Now the definite articles is the. We use the with things we have already mentioned or when it's clear who, what we are referring to. Example, she bought a laptop. They told her that the laptop had a 3 years guarantee. With things which are unique, like the internet, the world, the sun. Now let's see the example we have. We took the most wonderful trip last month. We went on a great safari. The safari. Now here you can say that we have used a great safari, while in the next, because now for the reference has made for the first time. Now second time we are going to use the definite article. There is the. The safari was in Kenya and we saw the lions and the hippos up close. Okay. The experience was great. The only problem was my husband was bitten by, now could be a mosquito, but since we had taken malaria medicines before we came. Okay, now you don't need to put anything here. Dr. Matuka said he would be okay. Love, Gloria. Now let's have the recap of the articles. The articles consist of 3 parts: a, and the. A and an are the indefinite articles, whereas the is the definite articles. And are used for objects that are not specific or one or several things of a similar type, like I need a phone. Use the first time you introduce an object, like I saw a movie last night. While the is used for specific objects or objects that both the speaker and the listener know. Example, can you give me the book on the table? Used when we mention the object again. For example, the movie is based on a real life incident. Now the written task, let's come to the written task that is on your textbook, page number 23, English A. Fill in the blanks with appropriate articles. Now here they have given you MCQs. You have to find the correct MCQ. Sometimes you don't need to put any kind of articles, so you're going to leave that blank. And that's it. Thank you so much.